Hey guys, WCU Cougar X, and we're going to attempt to do a install video. It's going to be a really quick one. And as I've said in the past, I'm not one to edit videos and go back and add music and drama to my videos. So what you're seeing is going to be in the raw. It's me installing it. However, I'm not going to torque these down just yet. I just want to get these in place so you guys can kind of follow along and see what's going on. So today we're going to install the front support arms for the 2020 STI. I just got these today from Japan Parts, and here is the setup of what we're going to do. So this is essentially what you have here. And what I've used these different colored pipettes associated with the diagram that we have here. I mean, it looks like a lot of stuff, but it really is not. So this goes in the front of the car. This goes on the passenger side. This goes on the driver's side. Along with it, it has its own hardware. However, the hardware that you remove off the car, the only thing you're going to reuse are the nuts that go on this front bar here. Everything else comes with the kit that you're going to use. Now, let's take a look at the picture here. So the first thing we're going to install is what's highlighted in yellow right there. And that goes in the forward part of the car, which is nothing more than this reinforcement bracket here. And then we're going to move on to what you see in orange here, which are the two arms. Surprisingly enough, these two do not tie into each other. They do get mounted to different parts of the subframe, in which I will go underneath the car and show you. So with this kit, you get one washer and you get two different sized spacers. Okay, so one spacer is a 10 millimeter, which is the thicker of the two, and the other one is a 6 millimeter. Now, coming back to this diagram, if you will notice these two green brackets. I looked on my car. I do not have those green brackets. I don't know about you, but I do not understand the noodle instructions that we have going on here. However, it does show the provision of that green bracket using a 6 millimeter spacer. And up here in this box, it shows no green bracket utilizing the 10 millimeter. So with that said, we're going to take the smaller of the two spacers and we are not going to use it. Hey Mike, yeah, we have this one lonely spacer here. What is that all about? Well, when we get underneath the side of the car, you will see part of the power steering rack or the pump. You have this green bracket here. I went underneath the car and I saw that the green bracket was the same thickness as this washer. So this washer does not go on this side of the car, it goes on the opposite. Now, these instructions that you see before you are JDM instructions. So you're looking at a right-sided driving car, whereas here in the US we have a left-sided driving car. So this washer, if you will go on the right side of the car and not on the left side of the car. As you can see in the bracket here. Actually, yeah. So this green bracket is actually located over on the opposite side. So once again, this goes on the passenger side. And where it goes just goes underneath here. Now, I have also, underneath the car, I have marked the holes. I've already removed all the bolts and nuts that I needed to. So just so you guys can kind of see where we're going here. Hopefully the lighting's not too bad. So right there where you see the fluorescent yellow pipettes, that's where the reinforcement bar is going to go. And then where you see there on the orange, that's where the supporting arms are going to go. Okay. And I'm going to have my son hold this while I get underneath the car and install the first part, which is going to be the bracketry. So let's go topside and grab the bracket and get her mounted up. Oh, I should also say that there are certain bolts here. These came with the kit once I said. These are the shorter of the regular bolts that come with a kit, okay? And what I mean by that, these are M10, hold on, these are M10 by 25 millimeter, okay? Coming back here on the support arm, two different size bolts. This one over here is the M10 30 millimeter. And then right in the middle here is an oddball one. It's got a hex head on it for whatever reason. I'm not sure why they did that, but whatever. We're just going to go with it. So let's go ahead and grab our hardware along with this bar. And I will hand this camera over to my trusty assistant here, who will hopefully do a good job. Don't cover up the microphone, don't cover up the camera. Alright, so like I said, it's going to go right here. So let's remove these two things here. Now if you notice, there's a sandwich here. The subframe bracket and this bracket. So I'm just going to attempt just to use a good sized screwdriver and just kind of pry that open. If you notice, the STI will be pointing toward the back of the car. So you just slide this in like so. All the way to the other side. Hold on here. Oh man, that couldn't have gone any easier. You don't have to remove all the bolts of the subframe whatsoever. So let's just make sure we get this fully in here. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to torque these down. I'm just going to loosely apply the hardware just so you guys can get an idea of what's going on out there. Because I know there's some of you that are a little bit too scared to maybe tackle some of these projects. I don't know. And I'm not one to take a bunch of different videos, piece them together and whatnot. So let's go top side. Just stay right there, Josh. Get the camera from you. Okay.